This is what Tebogo has said about women. Do you agree or you don't agree? Let's take a listen.
My baby daddy ran away from me when my child was just 2 weeks old. He went back to the Eastern Cape and left me to take care of my baby alone. I met a man that loved me and my child like his own. He paid ilobolo and built a beautiful house for us. My child is 9 years old this year. My baby daddy reappeared out of the blue a few months ago and I've been sleeping with him. As I write this, I'm pregnant and I suspect he's the father. He is.
I thought we're not done reading. I believe the men are man.
As I write this, I'm pregnant and I suspect he's the father. He is now a successful businessman and wants to be part of our child's life. He also asked me to leave my husband so he can marry me. He showed me the diamond ring he bought for me. To be honest, I never stopped loving him. He's my first real love and I always prayed for him to come back. My problem is I don't know how to tell my husband that I want a divorce. He is just a mere teacher with an 18,000 rand salary, but he took care of us for years. I don't think I ever loved him though. Is it a bad thing to follow my heart?
Who's going first? Because the problem with this one, whoever starts now, they're gonna go lol. Prom latel. Let me know.
No. Please can you start? Please
give us a task.
Sure. Please may you start.
Pen, why me?
Penson talks a lot.
Yes, no, I don't talk a lot. So here's my opinion on that thing, Tonane. You know, some of these things when I get cancelled, but it's fine. Women by their nature are survivalistic creatures. They need to survive. When the man left, she needed to find someone else that can make sure she survives. And this man came through and built a house, a low wall, and all those things. This thing is not about love, but it's about who do I think can make sure my offspring is in a good condition in the future and we can have a good family financially and economically. That guy was there in the beginning. Once the husband comes, the boyfriend, the first guy that left, the baby dad. Once he comes back, yeah, one of it in that post, he showed me the huge diamond ring. So she's seeing this thing from a perspective that says the next point of survival is only gonna be she's scaling the two guys. Le teaser, 18, le diamond ring. I can secure my future. So I mean, some of these things don't bother me anymore because I've fully come to understand how some majority of women work. They want the person that can secure their future.
But she explicitly says she loves the baby daddy. And
it's not love. The guy's got more money.
You don't believe?
I don't believe that it's love. No.
So if the baby daddy came back unemployed, what?
She was never gonna take him. Never. Women.
Never.
In fact, women will always go for the guy that is more. Doesn't matter. That's why right now in society, we've got 90% of women fighting for the 1% men. They're all shamboking the one guy that's a millionaire in the club. All of them. Whether the guy's married or not is irrelevant. Women just want to give up whatever they want to give up to the highest bidder, and the highest bidder, unfortunately, has got more money. It's their nature.
Is that fair?
I can't fight nature. It's their nature, boss.
I'm asking you, is that fair?
It is fair because it's nature. Nature in its purest form is not fair.
You support that?
Yes, I do.
A woman should always go for
the
biggest
but let me give you context of why I believe it. We have no choice. Nature in its purest form has always been like that. There is no point in life, whether it's through plants or animals or human beings, where nature is fair. Being fair has never existed anywhere.
First of all, I want to agree with Mr. Tebogo, right? Mr. Tebogo says that actually women, when it comes to they are in nature survivalists, okay? And I do understand all of that. There was a time when I was thinking about this thing. I think it was a topic, whatever. There were guys who were talking about it. Then I was pondering on it, thinking and deeply, and finding out exactly what causes some ladies to actually choose the men that they choose. Men that they choose, which I believe perhaps they are moneyed, they have got some bags, they have got some things in their lives. And I agree with Tebogo when he says they are looking for men or for men or husbands or boyfriends who are going to make sure that they continue living perhaps the lifestyle they want to live, taking care of their kids and everything like that. I agree with him with that. And if we were to be honest between you guys and ourselves, and let's just be honest to each other, okay? I don't see a problem. I don't see anything wrong with women looking for themselves to survive, looking to survive for themselves, for their lives, to be in an environment where they are actually secured financially, okay? Now, that is why even when you see women, when they are asked or interviewed or asked the question about which man do you prefer, what is your type of a man, in most cases you will hear them saying tall, dark, handsome, blah blah blah, okay? But I can tell you right now, if you were to put a guy who is handsome, who is not moneyed, and you can put a guy who is not that handsome, tall, dark, handsome, whatever, okay, and that person or that guy is even is rich or has money, okay, even if that guy is short, even if that guy is not dark, even if that guy is not good looking, is shapeless, if that guy has money, I can bet you that lady, he is not going to look at the dark skinned and tall whatever. If that guy doesn't have money, they will actually look at the one that has money, because it's not about the handsomeness. It is about the money. It is about them surviving. It is about them having things, okay, in their lives. That means, especially, I repeat, if they have got kids, there is nothing wrong with that. All right? There is nothing wrong with that, because they are thinking for their kids. And when you look back to our parents, you will hear parents say, I've got a lot of problems, guys. I've got a lot of arguments or of problems when I think about our old parents, our parents. You will remember that our parents, they used to say, ulibambe mntanami lishisa, ulibambe bukhalini mntanami, noma kungabanjani mntanami uyibambe. Do you know ukuthi one of the reasons that made our parents to behave like that, or to tolerate even the nonsensical, top-notch nonsense that maybe the husband is doing, it is not only because they love the guy. I am going to repeat that again. Chances are, it is not because they love the husband, but it is because they are thinking about their kids. It may not even not about themselves, because in most of our parents, they were selfless when you think about them. But in most cases, it's not always going to be about themselves. It will be about their kids. They make sure that their kids are secured, are in a right environment. That is why you find them tolerating even the nonsensical things that the husbands, they do. All right? It is because of they want to be in a good environment. They are thinking, if I leave this guy, I already have 3 kids. I already have 2 kids. What am I going to do? I'm talking about old parents. What am I going to do? Where am I going to go? That's what they are thinking. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we are evolving. We are evolving. Things are changing. Parents of today and women of today and men of today. Okay, let's say women of today, they are doing things on their own. That is why some of them, they can even go to an extent of saying, please, I want you to be with me just to give me a kid and then you can leave. I will take care of the kid. Why? Because they can handle themselves today, because they are working, because they've got opportunities, because of this and that and that and that and that and that. That is why today it's no longer the same as in the past. All right, women of today, they don't tolerate nonsense. They don't tolerate cheating. They don't tolerate all these things that our old parents used to tolerate. Because if you check the environment of our parents in the olden days, I can tell you it was not as good as we claim or look as we claim as it was. They were tolerant. They were tolerant even if it was not a good environment for the kids. May not be for them, for the kids. But the ladies of today or women of today, they are not the same like the other ones or the old ones. Every time they think of a boyfriend, is he going to give me what I need? Is he going to give me this, give me that, give me this? Is he going to take care of my 2 kids? Is he going to take care of my child? Will I be able to do what I want to do? Will I be able to go to restaurants? Will I be able to buy anything that I want to buy? All right? That's how it is. And you can blame them and say, yeah, they are being materialistic, they are being whatever, but they are thinking for themselves. And I don't see anything wrong with that. Your problem sometimes as men, we like to approach people that we think we will, that we imagine that we will have. In most cases, you will find out that the women that you are picturing that you might have in your life or you wish to have in your life, when you look at them and you look at their personality, you will find out that the man that they are looking for, it is the man that is at the top, who is moneyed, the person who can give them what they want, what they need. There was a guy who was speaking, I think it was on YouTube or anything. It was a video or anything. He said that there is no women who can tell you that they are happy that they are waking. They are waking up every morning and everything like that. There is no woman who can tell that. I'm not saying I'm saying that, but that's what he said. Any lady who can be in an environment where they've got this guy who's got money, the lady can just sit at home and just take care of the kids and just do what they want, and they can go to restaurant, they can buy whatever they want to buy, they can buy any car, they can have any car, everything is taken care of. That is the environment most of the women, they want to be in, ladies and gentlemen. Now, when you look at that thing that they are talking about, that lady is in a dilemma, to be honest with you. I don't know how you are going to answer that. She is in a dilemma. Already, it is messed up. Because the other guy who promised her the diamond ring, he has already planted in his mind on what he's going to do. That lady, his mind is messed up already. That lady is messed up already because he is no longer going to look at that guy the same way. Already the seed has been planted. She is in that guy of an 18,000 per annum. That guy, he's in trouble. He's in trouble because already the seed has been planted. It's no longer going to be the same in that relationship. It is not going to be the same. Why? Because that lady will be thinking about the diamond, will be thinking about the money, will be thinking about, my kid is going to be okay. Oh, I'm going to have this, I'm going to have that. It's already messed up. Otherwise, if that lady stays in that relationship of an 18,000 per annum, of that guy, it's going to be toxic. It's going to be toxic. It's going to be bad. She's going to start to be cold. She's going to start to be distant because she will be thinking about that guy. And chances are she might even go as far as cheating, going behind the back of that guy. Okay? And you may be asking me, what must she do? Listen, guys, I don't care what you say. But when it comes to her, let her think very, 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 very hard. Let her just think very hard. Look at it in her heart. Because I can promise you, she is not going to be happy if she stays in that relationship. She already confessed that she's not actually loving this guy. She loves the other guy of 18 million. In other words, the reason why she is with this guy, it is because she wanted this guy to take care of the child. actually, and take care of herself just to survive, maybe until something happens on the other side. This guy was just ibambela nje for some time. And unfortunately, if that guy finds out about this story, if he's smart enough, he must know ukuthi nah, it means that it's over. Because this lady, she will never be thinking about me anymore. Every time when I'm with her, she will be thinking about the other guy. And women, when you look at them, and when you are thinking of them, and when they look at you, and they see that they don't have a future in terms of themselves, in terms of money, in terms of themselves getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, getting things done for them and everything like that, they will never ever look at you. That is why if you are a guy, you come to a lady and you are just wearing things, you are just wearing normally t-shirt, whatever, they look at you from the top to the bottom, and then they can decide even there and there to say, this is not my type. That is why even when you come back maybe later in life, not even in life, maybe after a month, and then you meet the same lady, this time you are wearing a nice very suit, and you are walking there, walking with some nice shoes in there, and you are driving some expensive car there, that same lady, she's going to be the one who's going to be close to you now. She will want to talk to you, she will want to know more about you, because she can see that the future is bright for myself here. Not about the guy, but for myself. And unfortunately, there's not going to be love in that. Now you can argue and say to me, yeah, but it's still love. It's just why she wanted to have, that is why Mr. Tebogo says to us, there is no love in this thing. There is no love. People, they just want a place where they can be secured. And I don't know whether it's a good thing or it's a bad thing, but people look for a place where they will be secured. That is why with me, guys, I'm very sorry, but I don't just shella women. I don't just go around because a person looks nice, looks beautiful, looks whatever, and then I go around and shella people. People, they can call me Shimani, whatever, it's fine, but I don't shella kwababa, whatever. I don't go around shelling people for the sake of shelling, because I know that you will be just wasting your energy and power. I'm just saying, guys, okay? Now, in most cases, you will find out, when you get a woman who is able to be with you, even if, let's say, maybe you are earning 5,000 a month, just for example, okay? They can be able to tolerate that. And they can be able to tolerate that to such an extent that they stay with you until the end. I don't know whether that is love or whether that is the guy has a potential. I believe that this guy might go far. This guy might end up maybe, at the end of the day, maybe we might end up being okay. Maybe earning, for example, 50,000 per month. It might get there. Maybe they have got that hope on the guy. Okay? And then they can stay with the hope of saying maybe later in life, the guy can be rich or he might be rich. They don't know, but they are sitting there with an aim and with a hope. I don't know whether you can take that and put it and say, that is love actually. Okay? But I believe, guys, if there is any love out there, right? If it is truthful love, it should be unconditional. It must be an unconditional love. That means you don't love the person because they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But unfortunately, you will never, and I repeat, ever find something like that today. You will never find it. If you find a lady who is not they are not focused on material things, because there is no lady who can tell me that they don't care about material things. There is no way. Okay, but if you find a lady who can tolerate you while you are still hustling, while you are still pushing, chances are that lady can go with you as far as you can go. And if you find a lady who found you not having money, they rejected you because you don't have money, later in life, When you start having money, they come back to you and they want to be next to you. They want to have you. They want to marry you. They want to do all things with you. You must know that you are in trouble, because guess what? When it happens that life hits you back again and you are at the bottom, she's gone. Example, do you remember the player? Mr. Who is that player? Pogba. Pogba with the dope, I think it was a doping thing, whatever. He was banned from soccer. Okay? And then when he came back, there was no team that wanted him. All right? And then when that team actually chose to sign him, that was a great and a wonderful thing. And I remember that when he played his first match, he actually scored a goal. But guess what happened during his difficult time? The wife left him. The wife left him. I believe that they have been together for years. But the wife decided to leave that guy. Why? Because there is no money coming in. He's no longer a star, maybe, and everything like that. Chances are, I'm not 100% sure, but I suspect that chances are, when he starts picking up, I don't know if he has a girlfriend already, after that lady left him, but chances are, if he picks up the game, and he starts having money and everything, or maybe he was already having money because he's at a club now. He has a club and he's going to do great. He's going to score, and players and then teams are going to look at him again. And maybe, if it's possible, play for his national team and start scoring again and everything becomes big. That lady, chances are they might think of coming back again. Unless maybe the lady is like, no, I'm okay because I've got enough money to secure myself. But anyway, all I am saying, guys, is whether we like it or we don't like it, all right? Women, they are survival. Every time they look at the guy, the first thing that goes into their minds, they don't think about love. I love this guy. I love this. No, they think about, what is this? Is this guy going to take me where I want to be? Is this guy going to give me what I want? That's how it is. And it's just like that. Even if you can argue, you can come in the comments, yeah, I mean, I'm not like that. But you know that you are like that. And the other thing, ladies and gentlemen, if you started a relationship with a lady and you were already okay with money, you've got everything, right? And then you take care of her, they go to restaurants, they go with the girls, they go and do shopping, you give her money, whatever, whatever. When it happens that you get to a point where you are at the bottom, that lady, for the first maybe 2 or 3 months, they might stay around with the hope of maybe you will pick up again. But if you don't pick up, chances are, because remember, when you start losing money, you no longer as you were before. What is going to happen is you are going to cut off things. First of all, you might sell some cars. Secondly, you might cut off whatever that she does sometimes, shopping and everything. You cut off things and everything. And it's going to hit her very hard. Boom. And then she's going to start thinking. Worst part of it, she's got friends. She's no longer attending maybe the events that they organize. That will be maybe going out, buying whatever, and then having fun, whatever. She's not going to go. Her friends are going to be whispering in her ear. I'm a friend. It's time to leave, man. My friend, you can't come with us. It's time to leave. And then it builds up in her mind, and then she starts to be cold. She starts to be distant. You must know that it's over. You must know that it's done. Because that's how it is, ladies and gentlemen. The day you are going to be realistic to yourself as men and realistic to yourself as women, there are women who are bold enough to tell us, to say, listen, if you don't have money, I'm okay. I don't have to even look at you. And I know that as men, we argue. We say, but that's a wrong thing. That is bad, whatever. But it's their thing, guys. That's what they do. And unfortunately, that's why even today, when you see like women, we don't look at women the same. In most cases, that's why some of the ladies, they complain. Yeah, men of today, they don't share anymore. You don't share, you guys. You don't share. It is because we are very careful today. Because today, we are in a very difficult time, guys, when it comes to women. You don't want to be in a relationship where you thought that you were in love, you were rosy, and then the next thing, relationship turns into a toxic place. You don't know how to go out. The next thing, you find a lady breaking all your things in your house, in your penthouse or whatever, where you will be staying, breaking TVs, breaking things, just because you thought that the lady... Listen, it's very, very... Be careful, ladies and gentlemen. It's not like you are not a man if you are a careful guy. Be careful. Don't shella everyone because they are nice, they look good, they look nice, they are wearing those mini skirts, and then you get attracted. Some of you are so uncontrollable. You as men, you can't control your emotions and your feelings to such an extent that when you see a lady with a small skirt or a small dress, and then you start thinking things, they wake up there, and then you start shelling, and then you take them to a hotel, and then boom, the next thing, when you're supposed to give them money, you don't have money, they tell you that I'm going to report you, or I'm going to say you did 1, 2, 3 to me, you must give me money. The next thing, you are in a mess just because you didn't control yourself. Just because they told you, Guti, as a man, you must approach ladies, you must call, man. You must chow. These days they use the word, you must chow. Nay, ladies and gentlemen, that is why we got people who got influenced. That is why most of the people that you find today who are smoking, most of the people that you find today maybe who are even taking drugs, chances are they were influenced by certain people. They were influenced by friends. You remember at the time in the world, I don't know whether in the world, but in South Africa also, there was this thing of peer pressure. People, they were influenced by friends. You remember the story or the drama that was playing in the past. Yizo. They were showing us that even though Yizo actually played a role in terms of some things which were bad, I can even say that, all right? But I can tell you, they were also teaching you that friends can influence you. Friends can make you do things that you wouldn't do when you are thinking alone soberly. You can get influenced easily. That is why even your girlfriend, and we know all of this. All of us, we know this. Their girlfriends, they can influence you as girls. You influence each other, you guys. No, Choma, you must leave her. You must leave him. The next thing, you leave the guy. The next thing, the guy pops again. And then when he pops again, then you want to go back again. You regret to talk to your mother. Yo, mom, I'm very, I regret. And then you go to him. Now you want him to understand. It is life, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, we don't have control over life. You can only be, I guess you can control the environment you are in. But even in an environment that you are in, there are certain things you can't control. It is life. That's how it is. Women behave in another way. Men behave in another way. Unfortunately, that's how it is. And you have to, if you want to be in a relationship, marriage, whatever, you gotta be able to look at all the aspects of life. One day I will make a video talk about church because I also go to church and talk about there, what's happening there. Because I've been in church for some time, I can understand, I can see, I can know things. And some of us in church, sometimes we don't speak truth. Sometimes we hide things. Sometimes we don't Tebogo. We don't talk about certain things, even in the church of God. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what you think about that. I've said what I wanted to say. Please tell me in the comments whether you agree or whether you don't agree, and whether you agree with Mr. Tebogo or you don't agree with Mr. Tebogo. Please do me a favor in the comment section. Please be respectful. Stop ukthukana bafethu. If you see in Tlamba lapayana, I will take your comment out. I'm not playing, okay? I don't want people here to engage. The next thing, Tugana, you don't have anything to say. Tugana and 17 Klamba. I hate in Klamba, man. Okay? Please, guys, let us respect each other. Please subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate all of that. And I thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching my videos, for doing all the best that you are doing. I appreciate that like that you do, that you press every time you see my video. I appreciate it, and I don't take it for granted. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. You have a fantastic day. Guess what? We are done. Sharp.